And still in Parliament, the minority is raising red flags of an agreement between government and Agyapa Royalties Ltd, which they say will give the firm of a $1 billion revenue expected to accrue from the country's mineral resources. Deputy Finance Minister Abna Sari laid the Minerals Royalty Investment Agreement before Parliament Thursday night for approval. Previously known as Asase Royalties Ltd, the company has since changed its name to Agyapa Royalties, and the minority says the company was incorporated in a tax haven city in the UK without oversight from Ghana. Minority spokesperson on finance, Kesel Atoforsen, claims government has paid about 2 million cedis already to a Ghanaian firm called African Legal Associates as legal consultants for the transaction, which they say is out of place. He says the minority will oppose the deal.
Today is another sad day for our democracy. I say this because, strangely, the government yesterday evening laid before Parliament a request for approval of a transaction agreement and a tax exemption for government of Ghana to monetize our mineral royalties in a form of a transaction and to securitize it for today's revenue. What I'm trying to say is that we all know that as a country, we earn royalties from our mineral leases or mining leases. As a result, if you are to look at the budget statement, every year there is an amount of money that comes into the budget statement. In fact, for the year in question, the year 2020, if you are to look at the budget statement carefully, government of Ghana is going to bring in a revenue of 1 billion Ghana cedis from mineral royalties. What this government has decided to do is that from now to the next, say, in perpetuity, so many years to come, they have decided to go and borrow against these royalties. So the future government will not get money from the mining mineral royalties, but rather they will get the money today and spend it. Strangely, they are trying to hide behind a structure that is quite new and alien to our system. And today, when we met at the Finance Committee to look at the details, we were shocked. We were shocked in the sense that government, in doing so, has decided to incorporate a company called Agyapa Royalties Ltd. You agree with me that not long ago, there was some discussion that government has formed a company called Asase Royalties Ltd. After the issue came to the public, this government has now decided to change the name from Asase to Agyapa. And we asked the question, and strangely, the minister confirmed that indeed the original name was Asase Royalties. Now they've changed it to Agyapa without giving us any reason why. In fact, he said that because there are so many companies called Asase, so they are running away from the word Asase. Now it's called Agyapa. The company is is registered or incorporated in a place called Jersey. Jersey is a tax haven in the United Kingdom. We've asked for the incorporation document, but as we speak, we do not have the incorporation document. They are hiding from us the incorporation document for us to be able to be sure that this money, the shares belongs to government of Ghana or belongs to somebody else, and who are the directors.
Former Deputy Attorney General Dr. Dominic Haynie says legally the agreement is not in the interest of the country.
There are also a number of legally problematic issues that we raised during the deliberations of the Finance Committee. And we think that they are so germane and critical to the people of this country that the media should we should let the media know, and then you can convey it to the ordinary citizens of this country, because we are the elected representatives of the people, and we are accountable to the people who have elected us. One of the key legal issues that we raised at the meeting, which was not answered satisfactorily to us, was an issue in relation to the Minerals Investment Fund Amendment Act. You remember that when we enacted the Minerals Investment Fund Act, subsequently, the Minister of Finance came back and requested an amendment to the Act in order to allow for these same transactions that are the subject matter of today's meeting to, to be entered into by the government. And so the amendment came, it was duly passed by Parliament, and has been sent to the President for his assent. Now, under the Constitution, the President may decide not to assent to an act that has been sent to him, that has been passed by Parliament, but on the basis that he disagrees with what Parliament has passed. And the Constitution requires that the President should send the bill back to Parliament and then assign the reasons for his refusal to assent to the bill. Now, we do not have any evidence that the President has, as at now, assented to the Minerals Investment Fund Amendment Act that was passed by Parliament.
But Member of Parliament for Adentan and Communications Director of the NPP, Yaw Samoa, disagrees.
As members of Parliament, a representative body of the people of Ghana, to respond to some of the inferences and insinuations made here by our colleagues on the opposite side. We want to establish that Parliament, as constituted, has rules. Parliament, as constituted, has procedures. And therefore, we deem it greatly unfair that members on the other side of the aisle, the NDC minority, choose to discuss and debate committee proceedings in public before reports have been put together and put before plenary. The principles are clear. Committees have a right to engage the public, and when they do so, it's in public. Thereafter, committees have a duty to debate and engage privately in order to come out with positions that can then be made public on the floor in plenary based on the report that is submitted. Anything beyond that and before a report is submitted on the floor is conjecture, is speculative, and it is not fair and undermines the committee system in Parliament. What are we talking about here? The government has a conceptual intent which it's generating into legislation with the consent of the people's representatives. They are not forcing us, they are not compelling us. They are asking the people's representatives to endorse their conceptual notion that mineral royalties can be monetized ahead of gaining those royalties from the ground.
We're still live on Joy News Prime. We're taking a break. When we come, we'll bring you the next part of business and sport.